I've always felt there's only two categories of actors. I think some are iconic, and I'm not saying good or bad, but I think some people have qualities that we enjoy so much.
Clint Eastwood.
Yeah. Harrison Ford, terrific actor. And we go to them again and again for a set of qualities that we need from them. They're like almost like Greek mythology, right? They personify something that we want. And it can be dark, it can be light, it can be stalwart, it can be hilarious. And then there are people who are, in the Joseph Campbell sense, they're the shapeshifter. We need iconic performers because they represent something, they distill something for us.
Yeah.
And they go things, and then people who are, I don't even want to say character actors, but who, it's not them, they're a vessel for a thing that channels something else. Right?
Yeah.
And I have never, ever had I've never had any conviction that I could function as anything other than someone who absorbs things, sort of that shamanistic idea of like the sucking up of something and finding the way to put it through yourself into and express something with it, right?
Yeah. You're like a mother bird. You like go out and you eat, and then you come and puke it all back into our little baby's mouths.
Interesting way of looking at it. What I enjoy most about it is this kind of the secret key that it represents. It's an excuse to go dive into Pete Seeger's world and learn banjo or whatever. And, it's an excuse to marinate in a thing, soak it up, find some way with the writing or whatever, find some way to get something across and sort of inhabit a thing without the consequences of making that your whole life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's and in that sense, it's a joyride of diverse, weird, strange experiences and all of it. The other thing that it does definitely to me is I honest to God, it's not that, saying, am I good at it or am I good at it? It's not, am I good at it? It's like at a certain point, I've worked in this magic trick, not just the magic trick of acting, but the magic trick of how that interfaces with the larger magic trick of making a film that works, right? Or that has something to say or anything. But the way I like working on it tends to also translate into something that I actually enjoy, which is I don't feel that having done anything well earns me a sense of certainty that I'm going to do it well on the next one, because I'm always like, this one might be the one that I fuck up.
Would I be right to imagine Pete Seeger, right? Like you're just dumping stuff in there, and I don't know what those things are, whether you're reading a biography or you're watching video of him or you're learning to play the banjo. And while you're dumping it in there, are you just kind of waiting for the universal snap or the magic click? Like, oh, there it is.
I often feel something close to a mounting sense of maybe not panic, because I've learned to trust myself, but I will often feel a mounting feeling that I have not cracked it. And that we are getting awfully close to the beginning of the thing.
The blast off.
Yeah, and blast off. And I do love if and when the moment happens, that something slides over into this feeling of like, the suit fits. I've got it, right? Sometimes I find it's a different mechanism with each thing. Like Pete for sure, one of the things was just his voice. His vocal intonations and the rhythm and weird. For me, the way he spoke and the way he sung, the being thin and Pete's teeth, his hair, his things, the clothes he wore, in a weird way, that's like, okay, that's just like...
That's the easy stuff.
We don't even have to invent it.
Right.
Because we got copious photographs, and that's sort of this thing of, that's like mechanical almost.
Yeah.
For me, there's something about like the way the man used language and the rhythm of the way he spoke was a part of what made him seem like a druid to other people, because he wasn't like their peer. He was this other thing. He was like their druid.
Yeah.
Impersonation is always a challenge or a tricky thing.
Yeah. Stay tuned for more Armchair Expert, if you dare.
We are supported by Allstate. Checking Allstate first could save you hundreds on car insurance. Not checking your gas gauge before hitting the road? You genuinely thought you could make it? You were wrong. That's a very long stretch of highway where you learned exactly how far fumes can take you. And it's not far enough. Yeah, checking first is an excellent plan. So check Allstate first for an auto quote. It could save you hundreds. And for fast, reliable help when you need it, add an Allstate roadside plan today. You're in good hands with Allstate. Potential savings vary. Insurance and roadside assistance plans are subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Insurance provided by Allstate North American Insurance Company, Northbrook, Illinois. Roadside assistance plans provided by Allstate Motor Club, Incorporated, an Allstate affiliate.
So one of your gifts is you're kind of a mimic.
I am a good mimic.
Yeah, you're like a mimic. So there's that aspect. But I watch a lot of mimics do things, and there's also now 3 other layers beyond the mimicry. But yeah, clearly that's just like one of the components. You can and Kristen can do this very well too from her like musical training. She hears voices, music, all of it in very compartmentalized pieces, right? Like she can see each component of it. She can hone in on one little tiny aspect that's actually defining the whole thing, but that I would miss. It's almost like the key to the mimicry,
absolutely.
Right?
Do you know what, though? I think I'll go even a little more technical. I think someone who's got a good ear like Kristen does, who can pretty much sing anyone.
Yeah.
Like she can sing anyone, right?
Yeah.
I have noticed that people who are good at that, and I've noticed that when I hear someone and I'm going to try to slide into it, I kind of intuitively know what is happening in their mouth.
Right.
I know where Owen's voice is. Is it back here or is it up here? I know where Woody's is. I know where Bill Hurt's is. You know what I mean? Like, and it is actually like a physical locating of what part of your face are you resonating?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A lot of the way a person sounds has to do with where their breath, how rooted they are in their breath or not, whether they're speaking from the forward part, the back.
Yeah.
And I kind of think people who are good at it may just have, who knows why, like it's not just the ear, because you hear the same things,
right?
But it's like an instinct for how to shape the cavern of your mouth to make that
that's
sound.
a great piece, and it makes so much sense because Kristen like learned how to sing through her chest, through her head, through all these locating her voice in all these different areas to get a different outcome. And being very aware of that, everything you're talking about, like the machinery of making noise.
Yeah, they try to teach it too, like in theater school. Like I had like voice class, and I couldn't. I was like, "What do you mean? What do you mean? Put it up here?" I was like, "I can't do that. Maybe it's genetic or something. I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah,
it's
I will say too though. When I was a kid, I didn't feel particularly interesting, but other people seemed really interesting to me. And if someone was interesting to me or an actor or something, I will say I used to just spend a lot of time imitating people that I thought were interesting.
Because then you would be
and I'll be
interesting,
honest,
right?
in front of a mirror sometimes. I still, when I'm working on Pete Seeger, I have certain actor friends who I just trust, who I go back, all the way back with, who I know I can sit in a room and be really goofy and not feel self-conscious. And I will work and work and work on a thing. I read Pete, my friend Peter Lewis is a terrific actor. I'll work scenes with someone and someone who'll go, "Oh, that I heard it." You know what I mean? And get it wrong and whatever. But I will do a lot of of work in front of a mirror. I was doing, Death to Smoochie. With Danny DeVito. And I had decided in my own mind who my source was for this character who wears a cowrie shell and a flannel shirt and won't, give sugar to kids and is all these things. And I was doing it and, and we're on the first couple days of the The movie.
Yeah.
And I think I said, my voice is hoarse right now, but I think I looked at Catherine Keener and I said something like, well, hang on a second there, Nora, because, you're have you heard of halt, hungry, angry, lonely, tired? That's you, and I'm not getting sucked into your negative energy. And Danny pops up behind the monitor and goes, what is that? And I was like, it's going to come to you. And he was like, what is that? What are you doing?
Yeah.
And I was like, he goes, I love it, but it was just Woody Harrelson.
Yeah.
And I just decided that Sheldon Mopes was Woody. And it took Danny a couple days too, where he was like, oh my God.
Yeah.